Napoleonic Wars is DLC for the game Mountain Blade Warband. As much fun as the base game is, Napoleonic Wars has always had a special place in my heart. There's simply something magical about the game. It's a game that I wish more people would pick up. That's why I'm making this completely biased review. I want you to understand exactly why I find this game so magical. I think the best way to accomplish that would be by just giving you the top 5 reasons why I love this game so much. Number 5. Classical music. Even if you don't like classical music, I'm sure you can at least respect the use of classical music in today's media. Napoleonic Wars showcases exactly what I mean. Listening to In the Hall of the Mountain King while charging the enemy makes me feel invincible. Even though such a tactic usually ends up with me dead, it's still an amazing feeling. Not to mention that the musical selection is rather good. Chances are you know a lot of the music used in this game. For example, do you know that one song that goes that song's in the game? Speaking of music, number 2 happens to be being a musician. That's right, you can be a musician in the middle of a battlefield. You can be a drummer, a trumpeter, a flutist, or even a pianist. If you have enough friends, you can even form a band. Although I should probably warn you that being a musician usually just makes it easier to die. I like aiming for the drummers. However, you can still show support for your team without an instrument by screaming a war cry. Giving out a war cry in this game is as simple as pressing the C key. What makes this function so important is the fact that war crying is awesome. If you don't believe me, here's a montage.
Gott schütze den Kaiser! Für den Kaiser! Gott schütze den Kaiser! Auf geht's, komm on! Gott schütze den Kaiser! Gott schütze den Kaiser!
Speaking of war cries, war cry has the word war in it. Speaking of war, there happens to be horses in war. Speaking of horses, number 5 billion is killing horses! What? Oh, that makes me seem like a horrible person. Let me change number 5 billion to killing horses that have been mounted by humans. That didn't make it much better, did it? Let me explain myself. This game allows mounted combat. However, not all of the players are usually mounted on horses. In other words, it's very easy for the infantry to be cut down by the cavalry. In other words, the cavalry is filled with a bunch of meanie heads. Therefore, the feeling of making somebody on horseback fly off their horse by, killing their horse is a magical feeling. Number 1. Famous people play this game. No, I'm being serious. Like, seriously, every time I jump into a match, there's usually someone famous playing. I've played with Napoleon, the Easter Bunny, Jesse Jackson, Martin Luther King Jr., and Napoleon, except that second Napoleon's clearly an imposter. And that's it. Hopefully you understand exactly why I like Napoleonic Wars so much. However, for this review to be fair, I must criticize the game somehow. I have chosen my one criticism to be that this game is played by hackers. For some reason, I seem to have a hard time hitting the enemy when the enemy has an easy time killing me. However, that won't stop me from playing this game. I give this game 11 out of 10 dead horses.
Blackwater out!